Conservative new media viewers and Jeremy Lin fans around the world, what's up? It's me, PFV, Paul F. Villarreal, the NBA expert, and we're here to talk about a new report from ESPN that came out today, written by Dave McMenamin, that discusses Steve Nash's feelings about Dwight Howard and why and how things didn't work out for Dwight Howard in Los Angeles. Now, you look at the title of this video, and there's one particular thing that I want to focus on here, and that is this sentence by Steve Nash. Quote, "He didn't seem like he really wanted to do a pick-and-roll offense, maybe because he had run one in Orlando for so long, and he wanted to get in the post more," unquote. The he is Dwight Howard. And what Steve Nash is saying there is that Dwight Howard didn't want to run pick and roll in Los Angeles. Nash then went on to say that he knows that the Rockets run a lot of pick and roll also. And of course, we know that Jalen is great in the pick and roll. And so what we have here is a possible issue. Is Dwight Howard going to be happy running pick and roll in Houston with Jeremy Lin if he wasn't happy running pick and roll in Los Angeles with Steve Nash? Now, what Nash did say there is important, though. Dwight Howard did run pick and roll a lot when he was with the Orlando Magic, if I remember correctly. So it's not like Dwight Howard doesn't know how to play pick and roll. And I believe in terms of statistics, in terms of efficiency running the pick and roll, Dwight Howard's near the top of the league for centers, if not at the top. So he's very good at running pick and roll. But maybe he's come to a point in his career where he just doesn't want to do it anymore. And so you think, well, you have players like Jeremy Lin, like James Harden, that are so good at running it. Is this going to be a problem? Is this going to limit the Houston offense? And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think it's going to be a problem. My feeling is that Dwight Howard just didn't like playing in Los Angeles overall for a whole bunch of reasons. He didn't feel like he got the ball enough. He didn't feel like people were taking his injuries seriously enough. I'm not sure he liked playing with Kobe. I'm not sure he liked Mike D'Antoni as his coach, and on and on and on. Remember, I believe Dwight Howard got traded to the Lakers, I think. He didn't sign with the Lakers. He was traded for. So I don't think he freely chose to go to the Lakers, even though he did let it be known, if I remember correctly, that he would accept going to the Lakers in a trade. I just think that this is one more example that Dwight Howard didn't want to play with the Lakers. And part of that was, well, he didn't really want to run pick and roll. Why should I run pick and roll, Dwight Howard might be thinking, when Kobe's shooting 25 times in a game and I got to run pick and roll instead of just getting the ball and doing a post-up move? Why should I do that? I think that's the kind of thing Dwight Howard was thinking. That's my guess. I can't speak for Dwight Howard, but when you look at all of the information together, I think you get the portrait of somebody that didn't want to be in the situation they were in. And so now that he's going to a situation he does want to be in, he's going to a situation where he picked it, I think you're going to see a different player. He's healthier. There's no question about that. And I think he's going to play with guys that he wants to play with. Look, I mean, part of the maybe, and I don't know this, but part of why Dwight Howard might not have wanted to play pick and roll last year, maybe it was hard on him physically. If your back's not right, if you've got a torn labrum in your shoulder, maybe it just doesn't work well physically. I don't know. But that's a possibility. So we don't even know why he didn't want to play pick and roll, supposedly. Again, this is according to Steve Nash, which, I mean, I don't think there's any real reason for Steve Nash to make this up, except, I guess you could say, well, they're all trying to come up with reasons why Dwight Howard left the Lakers, but, there's no reason, I don't think, to doubt what Steve Nash is saying. So, but we have to try to figure out, well, why is that the case? And I think it's some combination of what I had said previously. I don't think he liked the offense in the Lakers. I don't think he liked the way he was treated in the Lakers. And physically, it might have been difficult for him. It might have just been more of a pounding on his body, setting picks. And it just didn't happen. But look, I know that it's come out that Dwight has said that he likes Jeremy Lin. He likes Jeremy. Jeremy's an attacker. I'm very sure Dwight Howard knows that Jeremy likes to run pick and roll. So I think Dwight knows what he's getting into here. I don't think there's going to be any surprises for Dwight Howard in terms of what the Rockets are trying to do on offense, what Jeremy Lin likes to do, and what James Harden likes to do. So I think everybody's coming into this situation with their eyes wide open. Now, I will say that there were concerns earlier in the process when there was a feeling that Dwight Howard might come to Houston, but he hadn't yet committed, where we weren't sure how Dwight Howard felt about Jeremy Lin. And there was something that came out of Dwight Howard's camp, I believe, where he supposedly valued Omer Asik, but you didn't hear him say that about Jeremy Lin. So I guess it's possible that maybe that was because he didn't want to run pick and roll anymore, and he knows Jeremy does that. I guess that's possible. That's a possibility. But my feeling here is that it's not going to be a problem in Houston one way or the other, meaning either Dwight's not going to have any problem running pick and roll, or else Houston will run less pick and roll to accommodate Dwight Howard. That's what I think is going to happen here, and that's fine. You don't have to run pick and roll in order for a big man and a guard to be able to play well off of each other. If you give Dwight Howard the ball in the post, he can just go to work. He can draw a double team, and you kick the ball out to a guard for a three-point shot. Or the guard can cut to the basket, and the big man can throw him the ball on the run. It doesn't have to be pick and roll. So, and we talked about this before with Jeremy. One of the things that's good about Jeremy playing in this offense is it's not what he likes to do. So he's learning more things. I can remember clearly towards the end of last year, and we've talked about this in numerous videos, where Jeremy was improving on playing off the ball, playing without the ball on offense. He would cut to the basket, and James Harden would find him driving to the basket. That's what we want to see more and more of, and that's what a center can do with a guard as well. Akeem Olajuwon used to do that all the time. He'd post up, draw attention, and a guard would cut to the hoop, and boom, easy layup. I can see Jeremy Lin doing that with Dwight Howard. So whatever the circumstances may be, if Dwight Howard is at a point in time where he doesn't want to run as much pick and roll, I don't think that's going to be a problem. So this is an interesting story. There were Lakers fans that felt this last year. I know it because I remember them talking, saying that Dwight doesn't want to run pick and roll, which is a lot of what Mike D'Antoni's offense is. And, well, maybe they were right. But I do not think it's going to be an issue for the Houston Rockets next year. And then I don't think it's going to be an issue for Jeremy. I think that I expect Jeremy and Dwight Howard to get along well and to be able to play together well. We know Jeremy can play with centers. We know we saw what he did with Tyson Chandler. A lot of that was pick and roll. But Jeremy's good at getting guys the ball. He did it well with Chandler. He did it well with Omer Asik last year. Jeremy still has some work to do in terms of getting guys the ball exactly where they want it and where they can do something with it. But Jeremy has such good passing ability that I don't think that he should be able to refine that skill. He's able to make passes and see openings. So some of it is just you have to learn the individual player because not everybody has the same thing. In other words, where Tyson Chandler wants the ball isn't the same spot that Omer Asik wants the ball at. The great thing with playing with Dwight Howard is you can get the ball almost anywhere, and he's going to catch it, and he's going to finish it. He has a wider target area than somebody like Omer Asik, and that makes it easier for the guard. So that's the news for today. Tomorrow is the day when I believe Dwight Howard will officially sign his contract. I think the press conference for the signing is going to be this weekend. I know Dwight Howard was in Houston today because there were pictures of him in some restaurant. I can't remember the name of the place, but they showed him and he took pictures with some of the locals, and so it's great. We move on here. Lakers are in the rear view mirror for Dwight Howard, and as of now, I haven't heard anything else about Jeremy in terms of trades and deals and all this stuff. So right now, things look good. Again, I think they'll look even better once Dwight Howard signs a contract, because then he's part of your team and you're not necessarily doing everything to try to supposedly please him. So if you told him or his camp you were going to trade Jeremy Lin once he signs a contract, well, it's not that goes away, but he's part of the team. You don't have to woo him anymore. He's already there. So I think Jeremy's in a very good spot, and in 24 hours he's going to be in an even better spot. So that's the latest coming from Steve Nash to ESPN LA. And again, I don't think this is going to be an issue for Dwight, Jeremy, and the Rockets. That's it for now. Thumbs up, thumbs down on this video. Your comments below on the situation. What do you think? Do you think this is going to be a problem? Do you think it's not going to be a problem? How do you think Jeremy Lin and Dwight are going to play together and get along together? Once again, I am Paul Villarreal, PFE, the NBA expert. Thanks a lot for watching Conservative New Media. As you know, we strive to be the #1 Jeremy Lin YouTube fan channel. Hope everybody's having a great day or great night. It's currently 12:54 a.m. early Wednesday, July 10th, here in the United States of America on the East Coast, which means it's about 12:54 p.m. on Wednesday, July 10th in Taipei, Taiwan. Take care, guys. Talk to you soon.